Sheesh. That was bad. Bear with me here. As you can see, I've got the Niners hat on. And what a sequence of events. Renardo Green, 49ers DB, took it to the house, or not took it to the house, but big pick on Geno Smith late in the fourth quarter, just when we thought the Niners were about to collapse again. Who lifts them out of the hole? None other than Brock Purdy, George Kittle. Here we go. There it is. Geno Smith over the middle. Renardo Green undercuts it, getting the start because Charvarius Ward is out. Kittle right to the end zone. In your faces. Some of the other guys on this show said that we were going to get, yes, there we go. I'm getting texts all over the place. Says it wasn't Geno's fault. Yeah, right, Kirk Herbstreit. I have the volume down, so I can't really hear what Herbstreit's saying. I'm surprised his dog's not up there, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've got my notepad right here. Okay. Got the notepad going. And we're gonna go down through these. I wrote down notes from the first quarter all the way through. We're going to be talking about this game. We thought the Niners were about to blow it. Oh, now he gets – dude, Pimo, I was trying. I was setting everything up. Takes a lot to get this stuff going, man. I can't just pop on here. I've got an entire stuff I got to go through to get here, man. So we're going to pull up the first of all, I want to pull this up. This was something I wanted to pull up right out of the gate. Because I put this out the other day, or yesterday maybe, from our Twitter page. And if you want to go check us out on Twitter, you can do that. Hold on a second. Let me get this thing going. But I put this out because I've been sitting here watching the Niners play. Man, dude, of course now I get some. Dude, come on. Come on. You know I was trying. You text me. I told you I was getting on. I got to set all this stuff up. But anyways, so I put this post up, tweet, whatever it is, says from the desk of AK, 49ers fan. Obviously, everybody who knows our Twitter page and knows us knows that I'm a gigantic Niners fan. Have been my entire life. Yes, I'm from North Carolina. It doesn't matter. Whenever I was growing up, we didn't have any teams in North Carolina, so the 49ers were on all the time. What other NFL team is top 12 in every team statistical category on offense and defense? This tells us a few things about the 49ers, right? Can we click on this picture? Here we go. Points scored per game. They're 10th. Total yards per game, they're second. Passing yards per game, they're fourth. Rushing yards per game, they're seventh. Time of possession per game, they're first. So that's all. And now we've got, hold on, let me get this out of here. Which one? Oh, there we go. That's how we get to the next one. For defense, points against per game is 12th. Kickoff going right here. Please tell me this is not going to happen again. Thank you. Get them down. I mean, we're losing safeties. We're losing all kinds of stuff out there. We lost Malik Mustafa. Nick Bosa has been outrageous. That Stone Forsythe for Seattle is gigantic. This is an all-time uniform matchup, by the way. But points per game, the Niners are 12th. Total yards against, they're 10th. Passing yards against, they're 12th. Rushing yards against, they're 9th. Sacks, they're 7th. Interceptions, they're 8th. They are literally top 10 in every category. I don't even know how to get out of this anymore. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Somebody help. Oh, there we go. So across the board, the 49ers are top 10 in every single category. So the question has to be asked, and this is what we've seen from this game so far. They tried to do it, man. They tried to give it away. I mean, the game's still not over. We still got 6 minutes to go. Geno is going to have to muster up something here. But what this tells us about the Niners, and I'm a realistic Niners fan. Yes, I'm going to talk trash. Now, everybody has to give Purdy their flowers if they win this game. Purdy and Bosa have been incredible. Shout out Noah Fant. Got him on my DraftKings lineup. This tells a few things about the Niners. The roster is still elite because they have held a lead late, at least in every game, I think, but the Minnesota game. So realistically, they could be 5 or 4-1 right now. And Gino's running around. Sorry. Oh, get him. There we go. Roster's still elite. They have not finished games. The last 2 out of the last 3 games, division opponents against Arizona and Los Angeles Rams, they have been up by 10 and 13 points. So they haven't put those games away, and that's been in the second half. In this game, they tried to do it too. They tried to do it this game, right? They get up 20-3 or 23-3, and bingo, here comes a kickoff return from Laviska Shenault, and now it's 20-10, and then they cut it to 23 or 23-10, then it's 23-17, and that punt return that was muffed was absolutely a fumble and should have been a turnover on downs, but for whatever reason, they said no, which was odd even after they reviewed it. So I don't know what the refs were looking at, but we got a big third down here. Everybody tune in. Big third down on the 47-yard line. Gino, flag down. And touchdown. Oh, man, here we go. I don't know what there's a lot of, now this is weird if you're watching this game. This is very weird. There's a lot of red in this Seattle crowd, which you don't ever really see for a Seattle-San Francisco game. Usually it's pretty outrageous. I guess they're taking it back. Wow. Makeup call, illegal shift. That's got to hurt. They should have been taking deep shots the entire game, Seattle. And the reason for that is because the 49ers are out Charvarius Ward. The only starting defensive back they have in there is Diamador Lenore. They've got Renardo Green in there. They had Malik Mustafa. Now they've got Odom in there and Jair Brown. They're missing Hufanga, Charvarius Ward. I mean, these are dudes who only have 1 or 2 years experience in starting. So if I'm Seattle, you have got to attack that. So I don't know what they were trying to do. They came out trying to run the football, which, I mean, you saw what Arizona did to them last week with Connor. But if I'm Seattle, I'd have been throwing this thing all over the place and deep because you got 2 young safeties out there. Jair Brown is not really a heavy cover corner, but hold on. But yeah, so it was a matchup problem that they haven't attacked yet. I guess they wanted to come out and establish a run. Seattle has so much talent on the perimeter. I mean, they got talent everywhere. It really depends on Geno Smith, honestly. This is an all-time matchup here. See? Oh, get on the ball! Oh, my gosh. 49ers are ball hawking right now. Absolutely ball hawking. So they haven't finished games, and their red zone offense for the 49ers has been – look, there's Fred Warner, dude. If there's a play made, it's Fred Warner. Fred Warner just punched the ball out to save a first down. Really, now it's 3rd and 2, so we got another flag. But they can't score in the red zone. They had, they were up in the first half. They had 3 field goals and a long touchdown by Deebo Samuel, but they got down to the red zone, and thankfully they have a kicker this week. They had a kicker last week. We'd be talking 4-2 here, but we're not, so that's okay. But it's hard to watch them not be able to score in the red zone. I don't get it. Like, they get out, get up, get leads. They look really good. They've been running that middle screen like all the time. It's outrageous. This is gonna be ridiculous, man. This is gonna come down to we got 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Niners have 1 timeout. Seattle has 3. I mean, they have to score a touchdown here. So, but they can't score in the red zone. And I don't know if they fixed that or rectified it or whatever you want to call it. There's Lockett. There you go. Inside the red zone now for Seattle. Here we go. This should be a lot of fun. But they've got to fix that. The play calling is weird. The first time they were down in the red zone, they they ran the ball once and then threw the pylon fade to Debo and Kenneth Walker running wide open down the sideline. So, I mean, it's just it's hard to watch them in the red zone. And you really start to, I mean, that's been a problem for a while though. There you go. Good play there. That's big old that's D tackle right there making that play. So and then they've got to figure that out. They've got to get better. And I guess people are like, "Oh, McCaffrey's such a big piece in the red zone." And it's like, well, yeah, kind of. But at the same time, it's Purdy's he missed Ayuk on a throw. We saw that. So, wow, they're just going to let him get a first down? Are you kidding me? There's all pro Fred. So yeah, can't score in the red zone. That's a problem. Hopefully they can figure that out. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here for those of you watching. And then the timely mistakes and turnovers. Last week we saw it in the red zone with Jordan Mason and ultimately ended up costing him the game. And there he is back. Nope. Dropped by Tyler Lockett. That would have been huge for my DraftKings lineup. Dad, blame it. That sucks. That's a real shame. But anyways, so the timely mistakes and the turnovers. And the special teams blunders, which is exactly what we just talked about. They were up big. And then boom, kickoff return, they're right back in the game, and now we're fighting. Which is unfortunate. But at least it makes the games entertaining. Like, it's fun to watch blowouts, but I'm not going to sit here and say I don't enjoy watching a close game. That's what gets the people going, especially when your team fails live on the air, like we did in the Super Bowl. And everybody got to watch me watch my team lose the Super Bowl for the third time in like 10 years. So that's okay. But anywho, so I just wanted to put that up there as a, hey, look at this. Top 10 and everything. And it's like, well, how do they lose if they're just this dominant on both sides of the ball? And clearly it's because they can't finish games, which is very odd. They used to get up on people and then just step all over them, but now they don't do that, which is really weird. So, but anywho, let's pull up the graphic here. So I just thought that was interesting. And as a fan, here we go. Geno to the end zone. Nope, out of bounds. Whoo, buddy, this is big game. We talked about it. I'll put up the once the game ends, I'll put up our hot takes here. We're gonna bring this tab on. I'm learning how to do all this on the fly, basically. Actually, let me pull that down real quick because I want to refresh this because it's not updated. Okay. Let's pull that up. Here we go. So obviously we're on a 3rd and goal here. DK, no thank you. Going to be 4th down. Niners probably about to wrap this up. Jair Brown is hurt. Hopefully not. Thank goodness. We need all of our DBs we can keep. So we look at this right here. Geno Smith, 2 interceptions, 280, 27-44. Man, he's throwing the ball a lot. Kenneth Walker has a touchdown, 14 carries. Jordan Mason got hurt earlier, landed on his shoulder. Had some kinesio tape all over that thing. I'm assuming if they went in and did a quick x-ray, which I bet they did in the locker room, I'm assuming he came out with K-tape on. It's probably some sort of AC joint, hopefully not a collarbone, but he probably would have had his pads off. It was a collarbone. And Deebo Samuel, 3 receptions for 102. Big 4th down here. Big 4th down. Get him. You have got to be kidding me. Is that Tyler Lockett? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Touchdown. This is outrageous. This is going to come down. You got to be kidding. Where's the pressure on the quarterback is what I want to know. Where's the pressure on the quarterback? Oh, look who's here. This is CEO of Stats. I know they're traveling. I'm sitting here watching the game in the basement. Tex is not on. He said if the Niners lose, then he will hop on. J-Vi is out of town at the beach. That actually probably helped my DraftKings. I'll tell you that with that Tyler Lockett touchdown. Let me check that real quick. What in the world? What gives? Oh man. Oh, we needed Noah Fant to have a bigger game. Oh, Jordan Mason. That was the one. All right. So Seattle has all 3 timeouts. This is not good. And the 49ers, I think, need 1 first down here. So it's 29-24. This is not good. So Geno Smith to Tyler Lockett. Oh, man. So we started the first quarter, made field goal, huge drive. I think it was didn't he throw an interception maybe? Yes, to Mustafa. First 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 drive for the Seahawks was a interception by Geno. And then the Niners went 13 plays, 90 yards, kicked a field goal. Again, starting with the oh no. Oh no. Here we go with the win percentage, folks. Win percentage. Oh, it dropped to 77. They've had it. This is not good, folks. I've been win percentage before. It was 96. Now it's 93. Seattle's going to bank on their defense here. Oh no. Then we had in the second quarter, we had the big play from Debo down the sideline. That's a weird kick. Take this thing to the house. Take it to the house. Who's back there? Patrick Taylor? All right, get on the ground. Do not fumble the football. All right, we need 1 first down to close this thing out. Come on, Purdy. This is it right here. Brock Purdy, 18-28, 255 and 3. Mason was having a great game before he got hurt. 9 rushes, 73 yards, almost 10 yards a carry. That's outrageous. Second quarter, Debo long pass. Matthew Wright, new kicker, made 2 field goals. Jason Myers made a field goal. It was 16-3 then. And then Kittle catches the Kittle in the third quarter. That throw by Purdy was absolutely outstanding. Right to the pylon. Get up the field, Garendo. Go! Go! You're not catching that, dude. You're not catching him. Go! Go! No! Let's go. They still have 3 timeouts, you idiot. Why didn't you score? He should have scored. I don't know if he got tackled. I'm not sure if he got oh, did the Yankees win? His CO stats? I wasn't watching. I've been watching the game. Look at this, dude. Garendo's fast. He's a rookie out of Louisville. He has got absolute blazing speed. There you go, Brindle. Way to get your hips turned up in there. That was awesome. Why did he not score? Do you think he really tackled him or do you think he slid? No, he slid down. Oh, he should have scored. Wow. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh, dude. Look at Shanahan on the sideline yelling at the ref. You got to score here. They still have, or maybe you don't. Golly, Seattle just walloped that. Even a field goal here only makes it a 2-possession game or a 1-possession game. So, I mean, you're down to your 3rd running back. This sucks. I hate Jordan Mason got hurt. But this dude, Garendo, is an absolute animal. Athletically at the combine, he tested outrageous. So in the third quarter, hold on. Let's back it up. This is an all-time uniform matchup, by the way. All-time uniform matchup, right? When you started the game, you knew that the Seattle defense was susceptible to the run more so than the pass. So that you could see how Jordan Mason was absolutely ripping it up. And the 49ers are pretty solid across the board, as we just showed you, right? I mean, you can't really throw on their 12th there. You can't really run on their 9th. I mean, it's just the late game collapses that end up costing them. So, but all-time uniform matchup. The Niners wearing their 94 all whites. Use check. Let's go. Use check. That's what I'm talking about, the old fullback dive. Let's go. Now everybody's having fun. Kittle's in the stands. Juszczyk's in the stands. Debo's in the stands. Let's go. Wow, that was awesome. Man, you gotta love that. Well, there you go. That pretty much puts the nail in it, doesn't it? Gotta love Juszczyk getting a tutty. Incredible. So, we had at halftime, it was 16-3. And then again, that pass by Brock Purdy was absolutely phenomenal on the pylon there. Just couldn't throw it any better. So it was 23-3 at that point in the third quarter. And then the wheels started coming off for the Niners. Laviska Shenault, 97-yard kickoff return. That was devastating. And then they turned right around and score another one to get it 23-17. And then the Niners go down in the fourth quarter, get a touchdown, 29-17, and then we just saw the Tyler Lockett touchdown. So 29-24, and then Juszczyk, boom, Garindo, the long run. We're not surprised there, I don't think. We knew Mason was going to be good. If there's anything the 49ers are really good at, it's drafting running backs. We know about Elijah Mitchell. We know about Jordan Mason. We know about Isaac Garindo now. So we'll see how that plays out. But, man, 49ers have 484 yards of offense, no turnovers. That's huge because if you remember on the tweet that I put up, you got to be kidding me. You've got to be. Don't you get hurt, kicker. Oh, my gosh. He hurt his shoulder, you idiot. Oh, my gosh. Why would you? He hurt his shoulder. The kicker hurt his shoulder. If I'm God, he got pummeled. If I'm a kicker and I have to go kick for the 49ers, in my contract, I will make sure that I say, if I have to make a tackle, you owe me a bonus. You owe me $1 million if I have to make a tackle because all their kickers keep getting blown up on. You got to be kidding me. All their kickers keep getting blown up on kickoffs. So if I'm a kicker and I go to San Francisco, I would put that into my clause about, hey, we're not going to be making tackles. So, but anywho, so no turnovers. That's huge. Seattle, 3 turnovers, pretty much the difference in the game. You had the 2 interceptions, and then the fumble on the kickoff from Seattle. So 49ers, 32, almost 33 minutes of possession here to Seattle's 25. And the 49ers, that will probably keep them at number 1 at time of possession. So there you go. But, you know, this was a big win for the 49ers. Well, it's not over yet, but potentially this is a huge win for the 49ers. Because for whatever reason, they have forgotten. Oh, no, they're checking the kicker on the sideline. Dude, this is so ridiculous. They're checking his AC joint probably. This is so ridiculous, man. 49ers get a kicker. He gets hurt. He sprains his ankle. That guy gets hurt, hurts his shoulder because they can't tackle anybody on kickoff. If the 49ers need to just sign somebody. Oh, Fred Warner. I could have been 3 games in a row with a turnover for him. But the 49ers need somebody to just kick it out of the end zone. Just kick it out of the end zone at this point. You've got to stop giving up huge chunk plays on special teams. You just can't have that. I mean, it's worth giving yourself that. So, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was pretty dominant by the Niners until the kickoff return. Now, if you bet the over, good for you because I think it's settled around 49. We'll look at that here in a second. But I mean, look at this late round draft picks the 49ers had. They had Ronnie Bell. Well, that didn't really work out. Brock Purdy, Jordan Mason. They took it down. Oh, Hey, I like that. I like that catch by there you go. Eric from Patriot Sports got the juice TD. That's right. Gotta love it. He and I were talking. Um, Also my father-in-law, we were talking about fantasy football because we're in the same league. And I'm playing him this week. Now, this you can sound off in the comments if you like about he asked me, would Debo Samuel be a good play? And so I told him, I was like, I'm a fair competitor. If I'm gonna beat you in fantasy football, it's gonna be fair and square, baby. So we were talking and I was like, he hasn't really had a game where he's gone off yet. And usually it's gonna be Kittle or it's gonna be Debo that has a big game against the Seahawks. I've watched them play too many times. And sure enough, Debo has a pretty big game. Only 3 catches, but still very involved, and then had that one huge play, which was awesome. I don't know what the safety was doing on that, but anyways. Um, so the 49ers, this is to go on the road. This thing's pretty much over. I'm not gonna say it's over because I'm not gonna jinx us because I've seen crazier things, but they go on the road here, and they end up going 3-3, and it depends on what Arizona does, but they will now be in the NFC West lead, which pretty much is in all the people on this show's face, because I've had to sit up here and listen to J-Vi and Tex and Butch and Dylon tell me the Niners aren't even leading their division. And now I get to say that for the next week, which is incredible. So there you go, Fant. Keep catching passes. Let's go. Drive me up there in that DraftKings board. I need Fant to catch a few more balls. There we go. Wait, what's going on here? I thought Fant was going to get me up there. Apparently not. I am going to win the Wotomaker though. But let's pull out my old notepad, the stuff that I started writing down. So I take out my notes and I write down things during the game. And I go in chronological order. So this is what I have. All-time uniform matchup. I've said that like 10 times. So just beautiful. I hate the Seahawks, but those uniforms are just spectacular. And there's no denying it. Gino's running around. He's going to chuck it toward the end zone and don't get hurt, anybody. There we go. Ball game. Niners come on the road in Seattle, cover the 3.5, hit the over, all up in your face. Gino wrote back. Nobody wrote him back or whatever he says. Brock Purdy gets the win, has a stellar game. Let's see what he finished up with. Wow, Gino's going to still lead the league in passing yards. He was. Brock Purdy will move up probably into second for the time being. So you're looking at the NFL's 2 leading passers. Isaac Garindo takes over Jordan Mason as he runs for 10 and 99. You would think if he hit the the funny thing is, this is probably bad. I was making my DraftKings lineups, ball game, Niners win. I was making my DraftKings lineups and I had this feeling. I was like, Jordan Mason's just been too good. Something's going to happen and he may get hurt. And that's exactly what happened. And I was going to play Isaac Garindo. So that kind of sucks. I hate Jordan Mason got hurt. But as a 49ers fan, 6 straight wins versus the Seahawks. That's the longest streak. It's longest in team history. So in your face, Seattle, all you people who have been down the Niners. Now we've got Garindo lined up there. But 100% win right here. Did not get win probability. We can mark that off the list. And this is going to update, and the 49ers will now move into the NFC West division lead. So that's in all your faces. But all-time uniform matchup. Back to my pad before I get distracted again. Bosa is everywhere on the Seattle opening drive, and then Mustafa had the pick. We talked about that. Bosa on that first drive, that dude was in the backfield the entire game. When he wants to be, that dude is unbelievable. He is unbelievable. And then I mentioned on the first drive, I'm going in chronological order here, on that first red zone attempt where they came away with a field goal. Purdy missed Ayuk. I'm sure he'll look at the film and check that out again. But Ayuk was open if he throws the corner out to the pylon there. And I talked about the 49ers' young defensive backs. I mean, in reality, for the 49ers, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because we're getting a lot of young players on the defensive side of the ball, especially in defensive backfield. A lot of valuable playing time here, and that's going to be very, very important coming down the stretch because people have canceled the Niners and said they're out. So I want to hear what everybody has to say about Purdy, 18 to 28, 255 and 3, in your faces. Fred Warner. Oh yes, Seattle in the first quarter ran one of those middle screens. They released their 3 interior linemen straight up the middle of the field in between the hashes, and then somebody comes behind them on like a little in cut, and then it's basically a off ball middle screen. And Fred Warner made the tackle being blocked by 3 dudes. They will show the highlight. I'm sure the facility with Manuel Acho and all those guys will show that because that play was absolutely incredible by Fred Warner. He is everywhere. He's a freak show. He's the best defensive player in football. I don't care. He's better than TJ Watt. He's better than Myles Garrett right now. He's the best defensive player in football. I will not take no for an answer. And again, the 49ers red zone, pretty bad this game. Still was not great, I don't think. They did get the touchdown from Juszczyk late. Kittle from Brock Purdy. It's just been Kittle and Purdy in the red zone the past few games. So just tuck that away. Right, new kicker, blew his shoulder out trying to make a tackle. He had 3 field goals in the first half. So again, if we had a kicker last week, we'd be looking at 4-2 instead of 3-3. So big deal. Devondre Campbell on the defensive side of the ball, complete liability as far as pass coverage goes. They were eating him up early, and I've seen it in a few different games now. So they were eating him up. And I talked about the second half TD from Purdy to Kittle, that out route on the pylon, absolutely spectacular. I wonder who they're going to bring up here. Oh, there's Richard Sherman, who played for both Seattle and San Francisco. I'm telling you, there was a lot of red in the stands here. I wonder who they're going to bring up. Think it'll be Kittle? Probably. And then the kickoff return. And then in the fourth quarter, there was a play on the punt return where Chris Conley was blocked into the returner, and they picked up the flag, but then the San Francisco challenged it, and then they reviewed it, and it showed the ball hitting the finger of the return man, and they still didn't call it an overturn. And right then and there, I was like, you got to be kidding me. We're about to lose this game. So, but I'm still concerned about the special teams dilemmas. It was nice to see that was all the notes I had. It was nice to see that they didn't have any turnovers. So when they don't turn the ball over, very difficult to beat them because they usually get out to a lead. But if you have young players playing in the NFL, especially, you know that a lead, for veteran players, guys who are grown adults, are like, if it's a 10-point lead, they're like, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. They'll just keep playing if it's close enough. But with young players, that kind of shows itself whenever you keep collapsing in the second half. So, but where was I going with that? I don't know. But big win for the Niners. Hate to see Jordan Mason get hurt. Garindo stepping in. But big win to go on the road and get it done. I was going to say something else about that botch. Oh, yeah. Big concerns still. Big concerns still are the red zone not being that great. And you can see it early on. And then the special team stuff. But when they don't turn the ball over, when Brock Purdy protects the football and it doesn't get it away from him, they can beat pretty much anyone. So now, I mean, they've got 10 days rest before they play the Chiefs next Sunday afternoon, which everybody's pulling. Oh, here's Miss CO stats. If the Bills win, you can't say anything. Well, look, if the Bills win, they'll be what, 4-2? If they lose, they'll be 3-3, tied with the Jets. And then if the Patriots win, the Patriots will only be 1 game back. So I wouldn't be counting my chickens there. But Anywho, still concerns of the red zone and still concerns of the special teams blunders. But I don't know. The running game does not look as dominant as it once has. They keep running that little pit. And I don't know if that's because Mason doesn't have the capacity that Christian McCaffrey has. Obviously, they're not the same player, but it does look very vanilla. Um, and it's probably going to be the same with Garindo if he has to play at all. So the run game isn't that creative right now. So, but that's all right. It was a big win. And the special team stuff, man, we got to get better at kickoff. Got to get better at kickoff coverage and punt coverage. That'll kill you. So, anywho, that's pretty much everything. That was fun. I do have. Hold on, I got to. Let me get this. We got to bring up the hot takes. The show we did last night. We have to do this, and we're gonna go over these. So, what's up, Blue? Blue's in the building, coming off a Niners win in everybody's face. So, just finished up the game. They're doing the post game. JCPenney for them, not by us. Nothing, dude. Nothing's up. We're in here talking football. Niners are on TV. I wanted to come down here for the fourth quarter. Okay, there's Debo. They got Debo. But here we go. Javi, his hot take for the Thursday night football game. As you can see, the Niners did cover the 3.5, and the over did hit, which was phenomenal. It just feels good whenever you win, man. Like, you're a fan, and it's just so much better the rest of the weekend now that your team has won on Thursday, and you can walk around and you can run your mouth to all your friends, right? That's the best. Like, oh yeah, you hit Debo first TD. That's what I'm talking about, Blue. That's what I'm talking about. But you get the win as a fan, on a Thursday night, you get your primetime win. And then the rest of the weekend, you just text your group chat friends, because everybody has them. If you're watching this show, listening to this show, I know you're a football fan. I know that you have a group chat with all your buddies, guys, girls, whatever. And everybody rags you when your team loses. And now you get the Thursday win, so you can go ahead and sit up on your pedestal the whole weekend. And that's what it's all about. So I can tell you this: when the 49ers lose football games, my phone does not stop ringing for at least 30 minutes to an hour with text messages and DMs and phone calls and all this stuff. Brock Purdy played great. That throw he made to Debo, if he throws it farther up the sideline, it's a pick, or he gets Debo killed. But he made the throw into the zone, into where the hole was of the zone coverage. And then this throw at the golly, dude, that throw at the corner was, y'all look, man. Let me go to my point here. This is a revenge game, MVP game for Brock Purdy, right? If you watch that game and did not think that Brock Purdy is a high level, elite level quarterback, you don't know ball. You just flat out do not know ball, because he was throwing dots tonight. And I still go back. Yeah, I mean, they gave up a kick return. So, and it's a divisional game on the road. The Seahawks turned the ball over multiple times. And when you do that, you're in trouble. Boom. That throw to Kittle there was a dot. I mean, he's just throwing seeds out there. If the ball when he's throwing the football, it's just so precise. 90% of the time, if the ball does not get tipped at the line against Arizona, he doesn't have those, and his arm doesn't get hit, he doesn't have 2 picks. So he goes out and throws 3, and he's probably like second or third in touchdown passes. Oh, man. Hate that, dude. Lost to 23.5. Dang it. Hate to hear that, dude. But anyways, this is a revenge. The reason it was a revenge game, because McDonald was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens last year, the Christmas game, whenever everything was a MVP game against Lamar, right? They built that thing up. McDonald was the defensive coordinator. Guess what? Purdy got his revenge because he absolutely lit them up tonight and stuck it in McDonald's face. So that was a terrible throw by Geno. Good gosh. And it was a revenge game. And now I would say 49ers beat the Chiefs. We got another MVP game next week. Mahomes, who's somehow the favorite right now to be MVP, and now Brock Purdy. So here we go. Is this a season on the line game for the Niners? Could lose the division with a loss 0-3. Well, J-Vod, turns out that was a lie. You just got worried in your face. I don't want to hear about it anymore. And then Butch P asks, will DK have it his way? DK, in fact, did not have it his way. DK did have a touchdown called back, but he did not. Lose some, you win some, but you live. You got to live to fight again. Exactly. Tomorrow, there's college football. Tex asks, has Brock Purdy won his game as a married man versus Seahawks? Tex, turns out, yes, he has. Since he's been married, actually, I'll do you one further, Tex, if you're listening. He has not lost a game as a married man versus the Seahawks. In your face. Oh, the movie. The movie. There you go. I got you. But yeah. All right. So the 49ers schedule coming up. We got Chiefs, Cowboys, bye, Buccaneers. Pretty tough stretch of games here. Oh, it's Brock Purdy and it's Kittle at the desk. There we go. I knew it would be Kittle. They always want to get Kittle to the mic. So that was our hot takes. Shout out us. Shout out if you bet the Niners to cover. Shout out if you bet the over. In your face, Tex. In your face, Butch. In your face, J-Vi. All your questions blew up in your face. Mine was right. I'll take the victory lap. So, spectacular night. Great stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Got quite a few people in here. This was a lot of fun. And as far as the Niners go, they're still really good. They're still really good. It's odd to say that they got to learn how to close out games because they do have a lot of veterans, but they do have a lot of young dudes on the defensive side of the ball in the defensive backfield and up front because they've lost some people up front, which was already thin anyways. So, but hey, winning streak starts now. They started under 500 in 2021 and 2022 and went to the NFC Championship game. So, all right, Blue, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Have a good Friday, my friend. And that goes for everybody else. We're going to close this thing out because I'm about to go upstairs and watch this post-game stuff because as a fan, that's what it's all about. There's nothing better as a fan than whenever your team wins. And then especially on a Thursday night game, Friday, buy your ticket. Your team wins on a Friday. So now all the shows will be talking about your team. And then they'll ask questions. Is this the game where Brock Purdy leads the whatever? Did Brock Purdy do enough to show you that he's a franchise quarterback? Did Brock Purdy do enough to save the season? What's the, you'll get all those questions from the first takes and the whatever. And I'm here to tell you from the Millie Ghost podcast because I'm the only one on the show right now. And this is a Niners podcast right now that, yes, Brock Purdy did all those things. Yes, Fred Warner's a bona fide stud and Nick Bosa. And they went up to Seattle, one of the toughest places to play, and won their 6th in a row against Seattle. So you could take that to the bank, and you'll be hearing from me all weekend. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we will see you Saturday night for the Pick'em contest. Safe travels. That's right. In your face, Mahomes. The Yankees beat the Kansas City. That's right. Wow. Some are saying Pat Mahomes on a bye could not win a baseball game without the referees / umpires and Taylor Swift in the building. Can Pat Mahomes not win without the referees and the umpires in his corner. People are asking. All right, we're gonna send you out of here on this beautiful little serenade original.
We love football.
On the Pipes podcast is out. Came out today. We talk Week 6 NFL. Live shows Wednesdays, Sundays. We also do Thursdays, Saturdays, sometimes Mondays. Here's all the social medias. Go follow us. See you Saturday. Everybody have a nice Friday.
We love football.